Hey, Dan Sumner here, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can get your blog online in 10 minutes. Okay, so first of all, what we need is a hosting account. Now there are many hosting accounts out there, some free, some paid for. Now I want to get you the best deal, so we're going to take a look at a very cheap hosting account right now. Please do not take on free hosting accounts. Simple reasons: because they're unreliable, they place ads on your site, and you have no control, no bandwidth, and very poor server performance. So what they don't have is something called 99.9% uptime, which is the amount of time that your blog will spend online. Now it should be 100%, but nobody can guarantee that. Free hosting get nowhere near that. Right, okay, so there is all the do's and don'ts out the way. Now we're going to stick with a reputable company that gives a very professional service, such as Bluehost. Now for one, they're cheap. Two, they have a very professional service. And three, they are extremely reliable. I have a Bluehost account and I have had one for years, and they work very well. So let's get started. Let's get your blog online and get started to do that. So first thing we need to do is we need to choose a hosting program. Now depending on what you need or what you want, I would recommend going for the basic plan. Now unless you're planning on having a lot of domains, having a lot of bandwidth, having a lot of websites online at the moment, these are all upgradable inside the members area. So remember, the basic plan is all you need. So that's what we are going to select today. Now once you've selected your plan, it's time to think about your domain name. Now what kind of domain name do you need? What blog are you going to start? Now I always advise buying your name. For example, my name dansumner.com, which is where I run my blog. But if your business is in a completely different niche, or you don't really want to brand your business with your own name, then you can choose your business name, and I highly recommend choosing something that relates to your business name. So for this example and a new domain, I'm going to choose Free Website Training. Now this is a new venture we're taking part in, and it's going to be related to exactly that, free website training. So once you've thought of your domain, we just hit next. Now I just want to say, don't worry if you can't think of something right now. You can easily come back, or you can simply click the link, I'll create my domain later. So you can still grab your hosting packages, which I highly recommend, and once you've gone through all the motions, you can add your domain at some point. Now remember, with this package your first domain is free, so there's no obligation to buy anything at a later date. Now let's click through, click next. So as you can see, your domain freewebsitetraining.com is available. So let's create an account. Now I'll let you create your own account as you go along to save time on the video. There are a couple of important points that I want to point out. Now $3.95, that is 36 months of hosting. If you want to just test this out for a year, it's $5.95. And as you can see, if we take some of these options away, which you do not need the security, but what I do recommend you take is the domain privacy. Now by choosing this for 99p per month, this allows you to have your domain private. It stops spammers, it stops people sending you emails about your domain, saying that you owe them $300 for the next 3 years worth of domain hosting and stuff like that. It's basically a way of just setting your domain private and letting Bluehost handle everything for you. So I highly recommend that. So once you've chosen 3 years or 1 year, the price difference obviously fluctuates, as you can see in this area here. So we'll go and create our hosting. We'll enter our credit card details here and agree to the terms, and then simply hit submit. Okay, once you've hit submit, then we have a success page, and it's next, let's create our account. So your receipt and your email address that you added to the form will also be sent to that email address, so keep that. Remember, you may need that in the future. But for now, let's simply skip to create your account. Next, for your domain, you will be asked to create a password. Now, I recommend you create a very strong password, not like password or the name of your pet or your birthday or your name. I would seriously recommend using some @ characters, some exclamation marks here, some capitals, some numbers, and some letters. So create a very, very strong password. Okay, once you've created your password, simply click the agreement and click create account. Your account is now ready. Now we can go and simply log in. Okay, so you'll be presented with your login to your account details. These should have been sent to you via email, but simply type in your password and let's get logged in. Okay, once we hit our original Bluehost members area, there's a few steps that we need to take, and basically it's let's create a website. Now you're going to tell them what type of website we're going to create. Now for this video we're going to create a blog. What type is it? Now depending on what type of blog you've decided, then there is a ginormous list here for you to choose exactly which type of blog that you want to create. What type of business did you want to create? So take a look down the list, have a look and see what type of business that you're creating and what niche fits within your business, and then choose the appropriate one. If you can't think of anything, or it's not there, simply start a personal blog. Okay, so let's go. And we'll click myself. Okay, let's just hit continue. Okay, what would you like to add to your site? Now we want to add a blog, so we're going to simply hit blog. Now what do we want the site to be? Now let's name our website. So it's free website training. Now depending on your business, type in what name of your site. So dog training, for example. If you want that to be dog training, for example, then type in dog training website, or your business name, or the niche that you've came up with. What's your site's tagline or strapline? Just add that. These all can be changed later on, but for now let's just add these. Now let's continue to the theme section. Okay, now we've got to pick a free or premium theme that inspires you. Now for the purpose of this video we're going to skip this because there is a theme that I want to install myself that makes it extra easy for you to get started. So what we're going to do, we're just going to skip this step. Now it's installing WordPress. As you can see, we have the install, so that's propagating through my site, and it's giving us a temporary login right now. Right, okay. Once that's propagated, we can now launch our website. Currently we have, like I mentioned before, we have a temporary link, but that's fine. Don't worry about that. Now Bluehost have added a new feature where you can choose a theme, which we've skipped because we're going to choose our own theme. You can write your first blog post, you can add an about me page, you can set up categories depending on your business, you can import images. You can click add an about me page, that will add one for you. But what we should do is launch the site and actually take a look inside the website itself. So just go ahead and click launch my site. Now it'll ask you, are you sure? Because we haven't clicked a few things in the members area, but don't worry about that. We're going to look at that. So launch my site anyway. Okay, now let's just go to view my site. Now you can see here there's a temporary domain, and basically what our site looks like. Doesn't look like much now, but don't worry about that. So if we go back, we're simply going to click the WordPress button, and that is going to take us to our actual control panel. So let's just check that out. Just waiting. Okay, here we are. Here we are at our website control panel. This is the WordPress control panel. So the first thing we want to do is we want to add our new theme and make it look a lot more pretty. Okay, here we are at our control panel. Now WordPress will direct you straight to the dashboard. Now, as you've noticed right here, I've given it a little time for the site to propagate, the domain to become live, and we now have freewebsitetraining.com online. Now, first of all, I said we were going to make our site look pretty, so let's go down on the left hand side to Appearance and just click Appearance. And now what we want to do, we want to go to Add New Theme. Now your theme choice is ridiculous. There's so many themes. So many themes for WordPress. I don't exactly know how many, but there are a ton of themes. Now, one that I've found that's really easy, and there's a lot of people who use this, it has some good features, is called a Flash theme. So let's just take a look at that. Flash blog, right, here we go. Right, let's just install this Flash blog theme. Now that's installed, and now to help us out, we are going to add a new plugin. So just head over to the left, go to Plugins, Add New, and on the right hand side here we're going to search for Elementor. Right, this is what we need, Elementor Page Builder. This allows you to drag and drop most elements of your website for when you're building your website out. So it makes it a little easier. So now we've added a theme. We're just going to activate that. Now we've added a theme. Now we've added a quick plugin. You can see there's a tutorial here on how to use it. So give that a watch. And let's go back to Appearance and Themes. And you can see our Flash blog is installed. So just click Activate. Now you can see active. So let's take a look on the top left hand corner where you can access your site, and it says free website training. So that's our domain. And visit site. So just simply hit right click and open link in a new tab or a new window, and let's check this out. There we go. Our theme looks a little better right now. So if we just go back to our dashboard, and let's take a look at Appearance, and if we just head down to Customize, we can see how we can customize our website. Now if we check out this page, we can see that we've already added our site title and our tagline. These are all interchangeable, but what we can do is change this around a little bit. So if we go to widgets, sidebar, and we can get rid of some of these, like the meta. We don't need that. Categories, we don't really need that until we're ready. But archive, let's get rid of archives. Recent comment, let's get rid of these as well. So we've thinned our site down just a little bit. So let's hit publish. And what I want to do now is just come out of the editor and go into posts. That's on the left hand side, posts. Now we can trash the hello world post. This is a default post that WordPress usually put into play. So let's just get rid of that and we click add new. So I suggest you take a look at the tutorial here. It's WordPress's block tutorial, so we can add our first post, and I'll show you something like first post of the year, and simply hit publish. And then if we scroll to the bottom, view post, we can see the first post of the year, and now you have your own blog online ready to go. Now in the rest of the videos we'll check out adding to the post, creating a sidebar, adding a new banner, etc., etc. So thanks for watching.